Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest, Emily, my lovely roommate who volunteered to have me do her makeup. So just today I'm creating this look. It's more of a natural cut crease vibe going on with gold shimmers and more bronzy. And so if you want to see how we created this look and just a little bit more in-depth explanation, then just keep watching. So we're going to get started. Emily already has her base done, her foundation and concealer, and then I'm just going to do the rest of her face and also her eyes, and I'll just kind of talk through that. So I'm taking the e.l.f. bronzer palette. I'm going to take this shade and kind of mix them together. And I'm just bronzing up her forehead. I'm kind of just brushing this around all the areas that you would normally contour or bronze your face to just bring life back to the skin. And now when I reach the cheekbones, it's less, I kind of do both. I'll do it as if I'm putting blush on to bring that color into the skin. Because when you do your foundation, you kind of look a little bit more pale and one-dimensional. So I'll do as if I'm just doing blush on the cheekbones to bring that color. And then I'll go in again and put it more in. If you look right here, you can see kind of a natural line where you would put the contour. And so you just put the color right on and below that line. And that'll just create that shadow that you want on your face to make it look like your cheekbones are a little bit more defined than they naturally are. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. blush palette, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to take all the colors except for this like really bright pink one. So it's like a pale color, a little bit more of like a natural mauve. It's kind of close to as if you were doing contour, and then this like pink shade, and then just brushing this along the cheeks. Especially when it's starting to get to fall, you don't want too much color on the cheekbones. As in the summer you would put like very bright colors and create that almost like sun-kissed look. But since it's fall, you want it a little bit more toned down as far as like bright on the cheeks. Okay, now I'm going to take this Dermablend loose setting powder. It's just any white setting powder or any setting powder works for this. And just setting under the eyes. Right underneath that contour line. Same thing on the other side. Oh my god. And then I'll just do a little bit on the forehead to create that brightness. And then just brush along that. Okay, and then we're just going to let that sit and bake as we do the eyes. So for today's eye look, we're doing sort of a little bit more of a natural cut crease, an easier way of doing a cut crease than what you normally see people doing. Like you do all the shadow and then you put concealer on that's how you cut the crease. But we're going to be basically doing that same effect, but without having to do that extra step of putting that concealer on, because that is a little bit more tedious. It takes a little bit longer, and you have to be much more precise with that, because otherwise you could potentially ruin the entire look and shadows that you already put down. So for this, we're going to be using the original Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe, and then also her palettes Rain the Alarm and Armed and Gorgeous from her Vault collection. So just taking a flat brush. Any flat brush is good, is fine. Just me taking from the Armed and Gorgeous palette Classified, which is a deeper bronzy shimmery shade. And we're going to be taking this on the outer half of the lid. When I mean like this is a little bit easier of a cut crease, we're doing the shimmers first. So then when you put your matte shadows, it's a lot easier to create that defined line rather than putting this after and being a little bit more messy. So just placing this on the outer portion of the lid. And you want to keep it on the lid. You can kind of feel where your lid is and then where your crease is. So on Emily, I'll show on this one. I think you can see this one a little bit better. So this portion is all her lid that's closest to her lash line, and then if she opens up her eyes a little bit, you can see when you open, you have this natural fold right here where your crease is. So we want to keep it lower towards the lash line because matte shadows and your crease shadows are going to go in your crease. Okay, and then just doing the same thing to the other eye. I'm sorry. Okay, now that we have that down, and also later, right now we're not going in with the eyeshadows wet or anything, because normally when you do shimmers, you can wet the brush and then your shimmers will pop a lot more. Right now we're just setting them down so it creates that look, and then later after we do everything, then we'll go and fix it. Okay, now just using the same brush, but using the other side, we're going to go in with this gold shade from the original palette. And for this color, because it is a little bit brighter, so the darker the shade, the further away from like your inner corner the shadows are going to be. So for that one, it was a little bit deeper of a bronze color, so I put it on the outer half. This is a little bit brighter, and so I'm going to put it more in the middle, and then the brightest shade is going to be on the like near the inner corner. You also kind of want to blend them together, so I'm going to put it in the middle and then also blend it out after I set down the original amount of like powder that I have like on the center of the lid. Then I'm just going to blend with whatever I have left towards that other shade. Okay, so now going in with an even smaller brush, we're going to go back into the Armed and Gorgeous palette and taking this lighter gold shade, it's called Guilt Trip, right there, and this is going to go all the way towards the inner corner. Okay, so now we have all of the shimmers down, and we're going to go into the matte shades. Going in with this small, like, kind of bullet blending brush, I'm going to take Smooth Criminal from the Armed and Gorgeous palette, which is just like, kind of like a light chocolate brown. And we're going to put this on the outer V. So closest to the lash line, smudge it there. You want the most product there. And then create a V up towards the crease. So starting on the lash line, smudge it out. And then when you have a little bit less, put it towards the crease. And then now that I haven't gone with anything, the majority of the product is on the eye, I'm just going to drag this along the crease. So with the same brush, I'm going to go into the Ring the Alarm palette and take the color Secret, which is this brown shade right here. It's a little bit deeper, and I'm basically just going to do the same thing, but I'm not going to go as high and as like far out with the crease. I mean with the V. I'm not going to go as far out with the V. So I'm going to do it on this eye so you can see that a little bit better. So I'm going to keep it low to the lash line. That's where I want the majority of this product. And then kind of just pack this right here. Closer. I'm going to take this super deep chocolate shade right here. And this, I want to further deepen up that crease. So this I'm going to put even lower on this lash line. And then lightly pack it into this V right here. But you notice this is a lot closer towards that original shimmer shade that we put down. So you're just further creating more dimension to the look. Because you can see now of this added just, you're adding like pretty much the same colors, just a little bit deeper each time, because it's further creating the look that you're going for, where you're getting more dimension, you're getting that three-dimensional look to the eye, where you have the shimmers, you have the deeper shade, and it all just kind of blends well together. And I'm going to take a mixture of 2 shades, one from Ring the Alarm. I'm going to take Mugshot, which is this like kind of pukey color right here. Also going to take Agent from the Armed and Gorgeous. Now I'm just going to sweep this above all the colors that we put. I'm going to do it mostly in the crease, and it just kind of blends everything together, creates a seamless look, because you don't want to be able to tell where one color starts and another, or when one color ends and another starts. You want it to be very blended and just a very smooth look. So now that we're finished with the matte shades, we're going to go back into some of the shimmer shades and bring those colors a little bit more vibrant. We're going to make those colors a little bit more vibrant. So I'm going to be taking Fix Plus from MAC and just the same flat brush that we used before. Spray the brush. And then I'm going to go into Classified from the Armed and Gorgeous palette and put this on the outer portion of the lid. And then we're just going to do the same thing with this other gold shade from the original palette. And then this again is going just in the center of the lid. And then the same thing with the small brush. Spray it. And then using Guilt Trip from the Armed and Gorgeous palette for the inner corner. Then I'm going to go back in with this bullet brush with the color Secret from the Ring the Alarm palette, because since we did put that shimmer back down, it kind of erases a little bit that matte, those matte shades that we put. So just also to blend that out, just putting this back here. I'm going to wipe away the powder that we set down, and then we're going to finish the eyes and the face. Okay, going back into that flat shader brush, I'm going to take Mugshot from the Ring the Alarm palette and just run that along the lower lash line. So just look up. Good. Okay, now that the eyes are done, we're going to go in with highlight to just finish off the face. So usually, depending on what your eye look is, if you are using shimmers, so like we used gold shimmers on Emily's eyes, you want to bring all the shimmers that you're going to use like for your highlight, you kind of want to match them so it creates almost like a monochromatic look, but it just makes everything look similar. So you don't want to go in with gold shimmers on your eyes and then silver, more of that kind of white undertone or even a pink undertone on your highlight. So we're going to go in, we're going to be using Gumdrop, which is this color right here, and then mix that with Butterscotch. You can tell already that they have that gold undertone, whereas Marshmallow is white, and then Starburst has that more pinky color. So just mixing that on any highlighter brush. Okay, just to top off the highlight, I'm going to go in Champagne Pop. Again, it's that more gold undertone, but this time I'm going to spray my brush with Max Fix Plus, dip into the highlight, and then just lightly go over the highlight. So that is pretty much it. I'm going to have Emily off camera do her mascara, eyebrows, and then we'll come back. Thank you so much for watching, and also watching all the other videos that I've posted so far. Again, if you have any specific requests, please just put them in the comment section. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I'll link that down below. Also, thank you to Emily for letting me do her makeup. Do you like the look?
I love it. Thank you.
Alright. Look out for more videos to come soon, and also again, like I said, check out my Instagram, and that I'll be posting pictures and other looks.
Yo, follow me on Instagram too. Bye.